Hello. We all came here to learn, and the exciting thing is there is no limit to how much we can learn while we're here while we are here on Earth in this lifetime. And the quickest way to learn and the quickest way to accelerate spiritually and careerly and financially and relationshipally, the quickest way to accelerate in all aspects of your life is to follow your resonance. And by that, I mean follow what right now feels like it would bring you the most peace and the most energy and the most excitement, and which would bring out the most authentic side of yourself right now. And that can look like anything. And this is where it trips people up sometimes because we think that we want certain things which are not necessarily what we truly want and what we truly came here to achieve. And when we start following the path of things that we think we want or that we feel we should want, then our energy starts going down and our performance starts diminishing and every aspect of our life starts spiraling downwards, and we start becoming bored with life and we start becoming depressed and we get tired because it takes a lot of energy to put energy very focusedly in a place where it's not meant to go, in a place where our complete makeup is not perfectly aligned to go. It's like trying to put a puzzle piece into a part of the puzzle that it's not supposed to fit into. It's not gonna fit, and it's gonna take a lot of energy and a lot of rearrangement and a lot of like molding the piece so that it will fit. And once you get it in there, it's not gonna look like a perfect, pretty perfection of a picture. It's gonna look really off and weird, and it's not gonna be pleasing to the eye. So, in that way, we can think of all of ourselves as different puzzle pieces, and we are all completely molded and shaped and beautifully presented into this world in a manner in which we will excel completely in a very specific way. And we have no way of knowing that way until we are there. And the way that we know that we are there is by following what feels completely peaceful and relevant to this moment. And so that's the thing, is we need to follow what the energy, we need to follow where our energy is directed naturally. And this is a very natural process. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is we don't need to stress out about it. It's the simplest thing. It's the easiest thing. We came here so that we could do exactly this. We came here to do exactly this. And so the only outcome of us doing exactly this is pure success, unless we come at it from the wrong frame of mind, or unless we do something else. And so what we need to do is to just ease into who we are and be completely transparent and be smart with ourselves, not be stupid with ourselves, and not think that we should hang out with these certain people because, like, logically it makes sense because maybe they're interested in the same things that we think we are interested in, or because they're talking about something that we feel is a very good thing to talk about. All of these like labels and human mind thinking patterns that we put onto things and that we judge things by, if we just let go of all of that and if we truly follow, okay, what feels like divinely blissful right now? What feels like it would bring the most joy and the most peace to me and the most excitement to me right now? If we follow that every single moment, because it's always available, that knowledge, that next step, that next thing that we're supposed to do with ourselves, with our bodies, with our minds here, is always available to us. And it's always available to us through that feeling, through that expansive, loving, truthful feeling. And this is the secret to happiness. This is how we maintain that feeling. And it's not that we are expected to maintain this high level of happiness at all times in our life, but it's when we find ourselves in a place where we don't feel good, where we don't feel like we should be, where we don't feel like we could be. It's not that we shouldn't be there. We should be where we are right now. And what we do from here is we ease into this and we totally accept that, okay, I'm feeling kind of anxious right now. Why am I feeling anxious? Let me sit with this anxiety. Let me integrate it into myself. Let me love this anxiety and understand that this anxiety is telling me something, that this anxiety is telling me that I'm thinking something that is not relevant to this moment. And let me now think something that feels good and that feels expansive and that feels relevant to this moment. And then, boom, you're in alignment, and your next thing that you're supposed to do with yourself comes so naturally. And it could be to just sit there for a little bit longer and to just feel that blissful, peaceful state. It could be to call up your mom on the phone and have a really effortless, soothing conversation, which will lead you to an inspiration to go call up someone else that you haven't called for a long time, and then that energizes you, and then you're on your way to your next job. Like the way that the universe works, our minds we do have a way of conceiving it, and the way that we conceive this is by just feeling into it. It's intuitive. We are all smart. We all have access to this divine intuition and this divine guidance. And that's the exciting thing, is we are all geniuses. We are all geniuses. We all came here to be geniuses in a very specific way, in a way that we are each totally equipped for, in a very unique way that has never been explored before or witnessed before. And we didn't come here to convince other people that our way of thinking is the way that they should think too, in order to affirm our way of thinking, in order to justify it, and in order for us all to go together so that we're not alone. No, we came here to do what resonates. And maybe that happens to be to create some big corporation and to get a lot of people on your side and to be in a very group dynamic. But the thing to focus on is what resonates for us personally, and to trust in that, and to not be afraid to follow that and to let that guide the direction every moment of our life. Because when we do that, all that people see from us is love. And that's why we came here. We came here to express love in a way that it has never been expressed before. And that is beautiful. It's so beautiful. And we should love ourselves. We can love ourselves. We are love. And we don't need to change any aspect of ourselves. We have permission to do what feels good. And we can rest in the knowledge that when we do that, we will have the most abundant life that we could possibly have. And it'll be beyond anything that we could have imagined. Because imagination, again, that's in the human mind. It can get us to a good place energetically. It's good to have dreams, because dreams can excite us and it can uplift our mood, and it can get us into a good place emotionally, which can allow for greater clarity and more direction in our immediate path. But we need to be willing to let go of these dreams and to give place for acceptance of blissful surprises that will come our way in place of our dreams. Because if we knew how our life was going to go already, exactly step by step, it wouldn't be fun. There would be no point in it. That's why we have this veil of forgetfulness when we come in as humans, so that we can learn, so that all we have to go off of is our desires, is what drives us, is what energizes us, is what brings us a sense of peace and authenticity and security. So, yeah, just a few words for the day. So trust your intuition. Know that you know, because you do know. You know how you want to live your life. Why did you come here? Why did you come here? What do you want to do right in this moment? What feels most natural and effortless and energizing? What's going to uplift you? That is what you came here to do. That is what you came here to do. And by doing that, everything will fall into place. Just watch, just wait and see. Because the universe wants to support you. The universe is set up so that you can come here to do what energizes you, so that you can come here to do what you love. It's set up that way. It's genius. It's brilliant. Why would it the universe is infinite knowledge. Why would it ever set up anything that would cause people to come here and live a life of misery, and to come here and live a life where we have to calculate everything and figure out our next step and make financial security for our future? That's not natural. It's normal. It's very normal in our society, but it's not natural. No other creature does that. And that's not necessarily a good comparison, because no other creature is like a human. Humans are extremely, incredibly intellectually gifted and able to create our realities with much more intention and much more clarity than a lot of animals and insects and things that don't have as high of a consciousness and as high of a command of their minds as humans do. But we are still natural beings. So let's embrace this natural, emotional guidance, which is our connection to divine inspiration. Let's embrace this and allow that to naturally lead our lives. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day.